My name is Greg Vino. I'm VP Business Operations and Programs at Leeway Marine. Leeway at its core is a vessel owner and operator, so we work with lots of different clients in a bunch of different industries to take them to sea and collect data for their end clients or for whatever uses they have. It's sort of interesting, and Leeway started primarily here at the Center for Ocean Ventures and Entrepreneurship, supporting smaller companies like ourselves that were trying to get started, inventing and developing new technologies and trying to find a way to get it to sea. So we really cut our teeth in the ocean tech sector, but quickly realized that there was an opportunity to support the growing hydrographic survey markets here in Canada and also outside of Canada. So we started to link ourselves with a number of different clients here internationally, started some survey work in Canada to get started, and that's grown into an international business for us. I think what's unique about Leeway is that we really look at the whole operation with our clients as sort of a holistic operation. Everybody is a partner of ours. They're not just a client or somebody that we need to serve. They're really their success is our success as well. So every time we're working with a client, we want to make sure that we're providing them great service. We're able to help them achieve their goals and their objectives with a particular job, and we're providing feedback and really having that sort of two-way conversation with our clients. It's really great when we can find a partner like IIC that sees it just the same way as we do. IIC is similar to Leeway in a lot of ways. They're a gritty bunch, and they'd heard about us, that we were here at Cove in Dartmouth, that we had a vessel that had done some hydrographic survey work in the past. They just sort of showed up, came down on board the Leeway Odyssey, met the team. From that point on, we started to work together to find some opportunities and bid on work, again, here in Canada and abroad. I think what's interesting about the relationship we've developed with IIC is that it's grown from this sort of commercial relationship to a partnership where they understand the value that we're bringing to the table. We understand the value that they're bringing to the table in finding new opportunities and new places for us to work together. Whenever we have an issue or a disagreement, it's really easy for us to sit down at the table, talk through the issue, talk through the problem, find some solutions, and then trust each other that we're going to do what's right for the collective group, not just for one side or the other. And so we've been able to work through a number of different problems over the years, and we're still sitting at the table looking for more work together, which is great.
I think somebody had mentioned to me somewhere that there was a company called Leeway that had a vessel down at the dock, and this was years ago, and I visited the Odyssey, which is the vessel we use now, and met some of the guys, and I thought, well, these, they're easy to get along with, they're very innovative. So I said, okay, I think maybe a few years later after that, after communicating with Jamie, the CEO, that maybe we should do a project together, and then one finally came together, and we've been working with them a lot ever since. From IIC Technologies' perspective, they're a big part of what we do in the ocean mapping when it's more offshore. So we do a lot of work near shore in ports and in harbors and along the coast. But when we start moving offshore, where we need a vessel, or if we go up to the Arctic, or we go into maybe another country, so they're our vessel partner, if I can say, in terms of how we go about doing the ocean mapping. When it comes to ocean mapping, we do what we do, which is the data acquisition, the data processing, the data analytics, and working with the contractors. But we're not in the business of operating a vessel and knowing anything about a vessel. And that's how Leeway works with us, is help us achieve that ocean mapping component of our company in terms of acquiring the data for our various clients. They help steer us in the right direction because, again, we don't know some of these, or we don't know a lot of it, how you approach things in the offshore and when it comes to vessels. So they're pretty good in correcting us in terms of some of the approaches we take, what we think we can do, and realize that we really can't do it. So they're good at that. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, meaning do we get along at the dinner table, then it works. Then it's, you can have your disagreements, you can have your high-end discussions, but at the end of the day, we walk out and say, okay, we agree to do this. So it's very close when it comes to cultural and values and how we approach things. I think we've done several hundred days in the Arctic, up in the Hudson's Bay with Leeway. Last summer, I think we were off of Yarmouth a couple of 100 kilometers doing work there, and as we speak, we are working with Leeway IIC vessel down in a country called Guyana, down in the northern part of South America. Leeway are innovative, they're very flexible, they're reasonable and fair. So a lot of their culture is the same as how we approach things. So that's where it's been comfortable. And so they're willing, with all those attributes, it helps you mitigate a lot of the risk that you have to take, especially when you're surveying in foreign countries where there's a lot of dynamics, both politically and locally. And so you need a good partner that's able to be flexible and kind of think out of the box in terms of how we approach some of our projects. They've been really good like that.